Alright, welcome to another Modern stream, everybody. Today's Thursday. On Thursday, we play AmuLIT in this channel, and this has been a very interesting way of building AmuLIT that I have been enjoying a lot, and I've actually have been finding some success with. So basically, we're building the deck around Elvish Reclaimer, which means that we're gonna have a lot worse of our nut draws, right? Because we're not gonna have as much of a ramping power. However, we're trading that for a lot of better staying power, because on turns like 5, 6, 7, etc., you're gonna draw your 1-drop and you're actively going to be happy about that, because Reclaimer means Rodney Bedell, thank you for the follow. Reclaimer means that we get access to not only cards like Field of the Dead and Bojuke Bog, for example, against Dredge, Ghost Water against Tron, etc. But we also get access to Player West to go transmit for a Primeval Titan. So having your 1-drops be, first of all, a 1-mana 3/4 later in the game, and second of all, be a 1-mana 3/4 that tutors for, you know, your Primeval Titan, it's a pretty great deal, right? So by turning your 1-drops into great draws in the late game, you have a lot better top decks later in the game, basically. You are, however, changing that for losing out on some explosive power, because, of course, Reclaimer on turn 1, even with the nut draw of having Reclaimer on 1 and then Flagstones, it still doesn't ramp as hard as some other card like Sacred Tribe Scout. This deck also enables us to splash white very, very easily, because we have access to a ton of white sources, because we are already playing Flagstones. And all we have to do is basically just add Celestine Sanctuaries and like Porter's Garrison and stuff. All of these lands already tapped for white. So it makes the white splash a lot easier on the mana. And Celestial Purge, again, I think it's... I think, objectively speaking, out of all the non-tutor targets, right, like not counting stuff like Reclamation, Sage, or whatever, I think that Celestial Purge might just be the best sideboard card that AmuLIT can play, because it just answers in a very efficient fashion. It just answers literally all of AmuLIT's problems. So you're never, you're never worried, and you're always too happy whenever you get to play Celestial Purge in your sideboard. But yep, I mean, adding all of that to the fact that, we have access to different and very, very fun play patterns and stuff, it is a very promising way of building the deck, and I've been pretty excited. Do you want to splash white in the current political climate? Sand doesn't do anything. This hand has stuff, let me tell you that much. We definitely want to keep that in the deck, and this is a turn 2 Titan. Assuming nothing. Underrated benefit is having more turn 1 untap for us. Yeah, we have a lot more turn 1 untap sources. So you're almost never gonna have trouble casting your, turn 1 amulets or whatever, which is nice. Yeah, this is a turn 2 hand that we can actually, well, I mean, it's still a turn 2. It's a turn 2 attacking Titan. That was our worst possible draw, though. Is it me or Moto is like ridiculously laggy right now? But I'm not gonna be able to play multiple Titans, which I would have been able to otherwise. Yeah, Moto is like absurdly laggy right here. It's against strong, so they can't go off until turn 3. Yeah, we're perfectly fine here. So this is 6 mana, bounce this, Pact, Prime Time, cast, yes, Garrison. Suva. Why is Magic Online so laggy today? What the hell is going on? Lag probably from Gen Con. Oh, that's right. They're doing the online thingy today. That's cool. That's cool. Cardboard not updated? It should be updated. Haven't been on this stream since White Splash, trying to play again and don't know anything about current modern meta. Oh yeah, Lamorello, it's been... If you ever haven't been here for a while, then... I've been kind of trying stuff all over the place, so... I don't even know. I guess it depends on where... Like, what we were doing the last time you were here. Welcome back also, by the way. If this is Eldrazi Tron, I do want to have access to the Force, but I think I'm going to assume that we're playing against Big Tron. Should I assume that we're playing against Big Tron? I think I'm going to assume that we're actually playing against Eldrazi Tron, so I'm going to sideboard for Eldrazi Tron. I mean, statistically speaking, it's much more likely for me to be playing against Eldrazi Tron than for me to be playing against Big Tron, right? Yeah, I'm going to assume that we're actually getting paired against Eldrazi Tron. In terms of the numbers, right, it's just more likely that we're playing against Eldrazi Tron. Usually I cut one Stacy against the Eldrazi Tron. I guess I'm just gonna go for this. Usually I cut one Stacy against E-Tron because of Chalice. I'm gonna cut a Reclaimer. Do not draw! Surprised I like Baloth against Eldrazi Tron. Yeah, so the thing that Baloth has against Eldrazi Tron is that it just brick walls all of their creatures, and it also I guess it doesn't really brick wall, but it's more of a matter that it pressures Karn the Great Creator, which is kind of a big deal. The way that we lose is not to the creatures, right? We lose to Karn. Alright. Alright, so they have to have the turn 3 Natty Tron. So we're gonna play Flagstones and pass the turn. We can get Ghost Quarter on end step. Can be sued by the Ghost Quarter. Unless they have something really good here, like finish Tron and then Karn plus something. Alright, confirm my opponent is on the Eldrazi Tron. They kept 7 though. Weird. Is E-Tron the best Karn deck? I would say so, Viper, yeah. I think I'm gonna pass here. And I'm not gonna crack this Ghost Quarter just yet. My opponent did not have Tron last turn. And this gives me one more Flagstone's activation. What? It is green Tron. Holy crap. That's like the worst green Tron hand I have ever seen. My opponent should have not kept his hand. I'm not a Tron master, but I know as much. We don't have a blue source, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, so we're out of planes, so Flagstone's not going to do anything anymore. That's fine, however. We have a reasonable amount of mana. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a T-West here. Because we can transmute for Raminap and we can Ghost Quarter lock my opponent. Explore. We're gonna be able to do that 2 turns from now. Oh, or right now. Sweet. 1, 2, 3. Go get Summoner Spect. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to activate Reclaimer right now. We're gonna double Ghost Quarter my opponent here. Gonna get Field of the Dead. Start getting some Sumbos. Draw step, I'm gonna double blow up my opponents. These are uglier, so I'm gonna blow this up. And unless my opponent has a removal spell or a Thought Knot Seer or something like that, we are going to win this game very easily. We know that they fetch for tower, so... Wait, what? What the hell is my opponent playing? What's up, Andrea? How's it going? What the hell is my opponent playing? Alright. That was the most surprising win I have ever had against Tron. I don't even know what just happened. Whatever. 5-color Tron. Who needs basics, am I right? Who needs basics? That was absolutely bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. This hand is almost good, but it's not. This hand is better. Prairie Stream. My opponent kinda needs to pass this Reclaimer. If we knew what we were getting paired against, and I had kept the Azusa, we would have been able to do some disgusting stuff. In fact, we can cast a Titan right here if we want to, but I'm not gonna cast it into my opponent's open mana. I am going to play around Mana Leak, however. Sup, Alex, how's it going? Going to talk about how Wizards had an opportunity to print the Tron lens with the online artwork where they decided to use old artwork. Because the online artwork is just disgusting, that's why. Could you do your fancy interactions? I mean, look at what just happened. Wasn't that just sick? Wasn't that just like an absurdly insane turn? We sack Flagstones. We sack this, we go get Flagstones, I mean. I basically don't want to show this cavern until next turn, because I'm not going to be able to cast Titan uncounterable this turn. Alex, with the Twitch Prime sub. Looking forward to seeing how Reclaimer is. Oh, my friend, you are in for a treat. Because Reclaimer has been delightful. Thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. I'm just gonna do this. Just transmute for a summon respect. Just setting up for next turn. We hit our land drop, we chill here. We have double Reclaimer activation. Oh, actually we have only one. Whoops. That's fine. Yeah, I messed it up. I should have done this the other way around. Oh, is this happening? Sweet. Oh no! Why do I keep drawing this card at the worst possible time? Worst possible time every time. I mean, we're still gonna be fine, but it's just kind of weird. Like, we're pretty much bending over backwards in order to make this work. Which is kind of awkward. And we can only do this because my opponent just randomly decided to tap out for no apparent reason. Have I tried drawing better? We keep telling you this. Well, I'm drawing bad and I'm still winning because my opponents are just like Field of Ruin me with a Reclaimer activation on board, or like keeping 7 with Tron that don't even have turn 5 Tron, so I mean, just getting away with murder for no real reason. I'll take it, I guess. What are we playing against? Blue-white. It looked kind of like we're playing against Miracles. If we are indeed playing against Miracles, Rex Sage is potentially an interesting addition to the deck. And so is Engineered Explosives. This is their drunk league. Kramer is great. I was pretty pumped. I traded for 4 when the set came out. Felt it was very undervalued. Yeah, I mean, the card is delightful. It's just a lot of fun to play with, too. I don't know if you folks have checked out, like, the Vial, the AmuLIT Vial deck, which is just a work of art. So I guess I'm expecting Ashiok's. I could just cut the back the negation. I'm just gonna cut the castle. It is such a vile deck. Yeah, it's kind of amazing, honestly. I'm not sure about this keep. Not sure at all about this keep. Oh, hello. Well, my sideboarding is completely misguided. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. Like, we're playing around Ashiok here, but the flagstones actually represents ramp. So I should have probably not done that. Just playing against Bant Reclamation. We don't want the explosives and we're gonna want the force. Yep. Prairie Stream. That's what threw me off. The presence of Prairie Stream is what really messed me up here. The presence of Prairie Stream is what messed me up. It's a nice island. I'm pretty scared about what's going on over there. Here's the Reclamation. Udo. Oh, that's worse. Come on, really? Why do I keep drawing this stupid card? I don't want to draw you anymore. Probably have a remand or something. It's whatever. Don't really care. This is like Bant Reclamation? Yes, but in game 1 they only showed me islands and they showed me Prairie Stream. So because of Prairie Stream, I assumed that my opponent was actually on Blue-White Miracles. So I sideboarded like I would sideboard against Blue-White Miracles. So they did get some value by hiding some information. So my opponent must be feeling very smart right now. Growth Spiral's so good. And this is where we lose. Okay, so we don't want this. We do want this. That's fine. I'm gonna try to mulligan for a faster hand. Like I feel like we're gonna need an early Reclaimer in order to win this matchup. That's exactly what I said. I guess I'm gonna play around Force. Yeah, I'm gonna play around Force. So the thing here is if I lead on Flagstone's AmuLIT, if my opponent has the Force, they force my AmuLIT, and I'm not gonna be able to cast Reclaimer on 2. So by doing this, next turn I'm gonna be able to Reclaimer plus AmuLIT, and like if they force the AmuLIT, we kind of don't really care anymore. Turns out they didn't have the Force, but I was not gonna be able to activate Reclaimer anyway, so. So we can use this Vesuva to copy Flagstones and ramp if we want to. I guess it's gonna depend on what my opponent does here. They don't do anything. So copy this, keep this. Feels like all of this stuff is really going over my opponent's head. That's what it kind of feels like. So we're gonna have Temple Garden here. This is going to resolve. We're gonna get Simic Growth Chamber. Gonna make 3 mana. Bounce this. Path resolves. Play this. Flagstone's ability, yes. So now we're gonna have a Sousa mana. Bounce. Play this again. Now we're gonna Pact. Prime time. 6 mana. Bounce. Play prime time. And we can even kind of go for it, because if my opponent pats me, that means I still have a way towards the Titan thanks to this Reclaimer here. Because we can cast Reclaimer this turn. Just destroying my opponent. Like, absolutely demolishing my opponent here. Hey there, Sushi. My opponent says, damn, that Reclaimer really threw me off. I'm like, yeah, it's such a great card. These Reclaimer lines are insane, right? Like, these lines are just ridiculous. And like, as you can see, like, players are really not used to seeing these lines. People are they just are not used to seeing these kind of lines happening. So you do get a fair amount of value by just your opponent having no idea what's going on. But like, Reclaimer is just insane. I mean, did you just see all the stuff that just happened right now? My opponent says, "Well, GG's." I am honestly kind of impressed at what just happened. I am honestly kind of impressed at what just happened. I mean, this is why I like some unusual things cards in the unusual builds. Yeah, I mean, it's just this card, man. It's really underexplored. Like, this card is really good. At this point, Reclaimer is kind of a legacy staple, right? Between like being a 4-off in Elves, being a 4-off in all the Depths decks. Like, the card is just very, very real. It's not an issue of power level. It's just people not trying to figure out what to do with it in the format. This hand is tempting, but it's just too slow. This is a lot better. Just people have not really been trying hard enough. So I think I'm going to bottom one of these lands. I think it's going to be the field. Opponent moves to 6. Being super impressed there. Seeing this makes me definitely want to give this list a go. Yeah, for sure. Like, and this is just my these are just my first explorations at the list, right? This can still go different ways. AmuLIT. AmuLIT indeed, Psychoth. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. I mean, we're playing against Ponza, so we're probably fucked here. If they don't, I think I'm just going to explore here, because if they don't find, like, if they don't have turn 2 Blood Moon, like, we're gonna get to Titan regardless. So if they have the moon, this game is over. Like, there's nothing that we can do about it. But oh, it's not a Blood Moon. Dope. Whee! Imagine not having the turn 2 Blood Moon against AmuLIT, right? Imagine not having the turn 2 Blood Moon against AmuLIT. My opponent's never gonna make that mistake again. That's fine. We can cut this, we can cut Pujuku Bog, cut Cavern. I play an Itron build close to the deck you played some time ago. I played it the last 2 weeks ago and 3 small tournaments together did a 12-0. Wow. That's very impressive, Sushi. Good job. No moon? Good, good, good. Yeah, I know. Good, good stuff. I accept no moon on turn 2. These are terms and conditions that I think I might be able to adhere to. Why no excavator? Oh, because I forgot that I had it in my sideboard. Whoops. The real explanation why I was not adding excavator was because I forgot that it's in my sideboard. Is that a reasonable enough explanation? It might be. I'm just gonna cut the paths. I mean, they're pretty good against. They're pretty good against like Clothes and stuff. Thank you, Moose Man. You're the true hero right here. DGO question. Whenever I cure playing DGO, I have the weirdest fucking leaks. Like I had a league last week with 2 blue moons, Boon Bust, Nahiri Breach, and like Burn. Okay. And that's constant. Is that normal? Am I just getting super lucky? You're just getting super unlucky, Saikoth. Like I have not seen any of those decks that you're talking about right now. There's like one person that plays the red-white Boom Bust deck in Magic Online. And honestly, I get paired against them a lot, which is weird. Was lucky against the Hedron combo because I put on Platinum Angel as a card target. I have infinite life. You can see now. No, nice. Keep. We're gonna bottom Ghost Quarter. Yes, we're gonna bottom Ghost Quarter. I hit it twice with 2 different people in 1 league. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's very not normal. Very, very much not normal. Exposing the basic forest kind of sucks here, but that is what it is. Hopefully they don't answer my Reclaimer. Huh? Don't like this. Don't like this. In before Blood Moon plus Bolt. Season Pyro. Okay, I can work with this. This I can work with. All right. Path is interesting. So now we do have an answer to Magus. We still... Well, I guess we do have an answer to Blood Moon, right? We have a Rex Sage. Glorybringer. I think I need to path here. Not worth blowing up once. Is there still the best version? I'm pretty sure that Azrael is always going to be the best version from now on out. From here on out, I mean. So I guess I'm going to get another basic forest. That sucks. Well, now this is a 3/4, so that's cool. Play AmuLIT, play Castle. Say go. Is Reclaimer busted, chat? I could go get flagstones, but if my opponent has another pillage, we actually get blown out here, so I think it's correct for me to go for this. Three, four, too strong, chat. 3/4, too strong. All right, so well, this is a lot of options. Sage. Oh, we did make our land drop here. We did make our land drop here. Cinder Vines. I think that's just fine. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do the Flagstones trick because I am going to die to my opponent activating Cinder Vines, so we're just going to chill this turn. Actually, I'm going to leave the Flagstones on tap. So we still need to draw land here. Easy. So I guess now they're going to use... They're going to use Cinder Vines to blow up the Dryad instead of the AmuLIT. PCS always healed. Let's just let it go. Okay. That's interesting. We'll just pass the turn here. The amount of work this Reclaimer is doing is just ridiculous. One drop, just won the entire game. The entire game won by my one drop. That's insane. That is insane. That is definitely a match. That is definitely the kind of game to show. You know, if anybody asks Oh, but what is the upside? Like, why do you want to be playing Reclaimer in your deck or whatever? Show them that game. Show them that game. Like, we still had answers to, like, if my opponent had another Blood Moon or a Magus, we were still gonna win. If they had Boil, I think we also just win. Because we could play through the Boil. Because we could just kill our own Triad at instant speed. Like, that's insane. That's so much stuff. That's so much stuff that Reclaimer just opens up. Very impressed. Very impressed by this card. We're on the play. Turn 1, turn 2. Yeah, sure. Might be a little bit slow. Like, if we're playing against a control deck, it might be rough. But if we're playing against something like Burn, this hand is just great. Like, we even have the natural crossroads. Very cool. Very, very cool. I think we're supposed to go Temple Garden on 1. And if it's a matchup where our life total is going to matter, I'm going to play Crossroads off of this Explore. It's not a good draw. Don't have Spell Snare. Don't have it. Maybe I should have shipped this hand. It's definitely questionable. Okay. So it seems to be a matchup where life total will not matter. So I'd rather get my blue source in play here. I guess it is a turn 4 Titan. Oh, come on, let's play this game today, opponent. Also, I just realized that. Oh, it might have to do with the update. So the record is actually not showing. Which is weird. That sucks. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to make a new tab that says record. Just 6 here. Record 3.0. Right, doesn't look the most professional, but it is what it is. Alright, that's a problem. That's a problem. So we would love to draw what? A Dryad? Dryad would be pretty good. Dryad would be pretty good. Cavern would be pretty good as well. That is like basically not drawing a card. We basically skipped our draw step. Tap out. Tap out for something. Play at the fairy. Damn it. Oh, now you show up? Come on, Dryad. I think I'm actually going to play this Dryad though. Because if my opponent wants to counter it, that means that we're not getting attacked, so... Pitch this castle. Can we... We have explosives. We have explosives to answer the sword. Also, if we find the natural Valakut, that would be great too. Right, missing a land drop. It's also good for us. Okay, so 3 to transmute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm just gonna pitch this. I don't care about the untapped land. Oh, they're tapping out? Well, that's good for me. Pretty good. So we're gonna get field plus Vesuva. Vesuva copies Simic, bounce itself. And it's very important for us to have access to make sure we can guarantee the double field here. What if we bounce? I bounce this. I play it as my land for turn. I play a Susa. I play 1 land drop. I bounce and I replay. Yeah, that's actually better. Yeah, right? So we first land drop, play it, play a Susa, second land drop, bounce this, third land drop. Yeah, that's a better line. Bounce castle, yeah. And my opponent kind of has to wrath their own board. We're gonna be discarding our bounce land, which kind of sucks, but we have a pretty solid board presence. Bounce Vesuva. Play it again, copy field. So now my opponent needs to beat my board. So they're gonna have to start chaining cryptics, so they're gonna lose. What turn is it? Turn 5. I think I was on the play. think I was on the play. Ice Fang, not too scary. It's not even death touchy. They basically need to chain cryptics for the remainder of the game. There's the cryptic. I guess they could also Wrath. They have a Heath which doesn't get cryptic back. No Mystic Sanctuary. Sure, got an Oro. Missed the land drop. I mean, if they want, they can get back Udo this turn, but if they get back Udo, I think we might actually be in fine shape. I guess they could pass the Titan. So at that point, I need to top deck. They should definitely be attacking with Ice Fang. Yeah, they do have the path for the Titan. So I'm gonna have to top deck. But if I top deck a bounce land, we might be able to win. Because like they can get back Udo here. Hardcast Batterskull, okay. It's probably better than something. Reclaimer. What do you do, Reclaimer? Well, nothing this turn, right? Attack with everything. Opponent gains 4 up to 21. Then they take 18. Seems worth it, right? I could also just attack the Teferi. This basically denies them a draw step. So I send 4 at the ferry. Then I send 6 at them. They gain 4 up to 21. Then take 10 up to down to 11. I think this is worth it. This at Baby Tef, this at them. Okay, let's go. F6. Frenetic with the 2 Trump sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold, my friend. Another month with the best modern mad scientist. Oh, thank you so much, Frenetic. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Appreciate your support. So honestly, the line might just be to equip the Battle Skull to the Stoneforge. Like, I have 0 cards, right? So the line is to equip Battle Skull to Stoneforge. And then take it from there. Yeah, this, I don't like this. With the Stoneforge line, you're putting me on a 2-turn clock. Now there's not enough mana for them to put me on a 2-turn clock. Okay, that's I guess an option. Got a basic planes? Why would they do that? Yeah, because now they can equip. Okay, yeah, so I guess this line is probably better. Because now they have all the mana. I guess it depends on what the rest of their hand looks like, right? Big Tef. So they could have drawn the Cryptic, which probably means that they have another Cryptic in hand. Because now if I top deck a Titan, we might be in good shape. Unless they have a Force or something. They do have a Force. Yep. But if I had found an actual Primeval Titan, I think we might have been able to win this game. Uro is dumb. Yes. Agreed. Definitely agreed. All right, I'm gonna be disappearing here for a second. I think I'm actually gonna do that after cyberling. Opponent, I'm tapped out. Just kill me. I have 0 cards in hand, opponent. Just kill me. Just equip this here. They figure it out. Okay. All right. That was tough. Okay, so we're playing against Tracker, Negates, and Paths. So second go. Claimer sounds great, actually. Castle. One explosives. One amulet. How about a Cataclysmic Gearhook in the sideboard? No, I would play Tragic Arrogance before the Cataclysmic Gearhook. It's just strictly better from for this deck's standpoint. Alright. Gonna be disappearing and muting the stream for a second while I have some lunch. But gonna make some comments here and there. Okay. I think I'm gonna keep this. Yeah, you answer your own question there, Psycho. It's the difference between you being the one that chooses or your opponent, which is a pretty drastic difference. And Viper, you need to be a sub of the channel. If you're not a subscriber, then you can't access the cyber guide. There you go. I think I'm gonna take this turn to chill and activate Reclaimer, because it plays around Ashiok better. Because I can go get sack Flagstones, go get Valak, and I can use this Dryad to clear the Ashiok. I guess I will need to draw a non-bounce line in order for that to work. Yep, but we're giving ourselves a. We're gonna be better positioned in that case. And if they end of turn path my Reclaimer here, I'm going to go with a Valak. As I was saying, are you a minuser opponent? My opponent is a minuser. I'm gonna protect the Valakut from Field of Ruin. Minus on yourself, opponent. I try to teach people, you know? I try to help folks be better, but it's just like, when it doesn't matter, they minused, and when it did matter, and they could have gotten value by minusing on themselves, they didn't. It's just weird. Why do people not think? Gotta think, folks. Think. Why not Titan there? Because yeah, that would have been better. I forgot that I was gonna kill the Ashiok. Yeah, I guess I was set on playing around removal by playing the second Triad and playing around removal, making sure that I don't get owned by that. And then I was so set on that I did not reassess, which was definitely a big mistake on my part. I think we're still pretty favorites here. I think we're still solid favorites here, but like, they probably have Gust. Just lethal them here. Yeah, it's weird. Like, it's correct to minus Ashiok sometimes, right? It is not that it's always incorrect to do that, but like, you have to analyze the situation and think of it on a case-by-case basis. And when my opponent minus the Ashiok targeting me, first of all, targeting me was a mistake. Second of all, so minusing Ashiok targeting me was 100% a mistake regardless. But what they should have done, if they wanted to minus there, which was still wrong in my opinion, the line was to target themselves so they could mill Uro, particularly because they had access to an Uro. And then on the turn that they minus, they should not have minused. And then on the turn where they should have minused in order to mill themselves for Uro, they didn't. Because like, the Ashiok was dead to Valakut, it was on board, right? So at that point, Ashiok being at 2 or 3, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just dead. So yeah, my opponent just failed to assess those situations correctly. But you know, the Gust was the number 2 most played card in recent challenges and prelims after Bolts. Yeah, I think that Gust is one of the best cyber cards probably ever printed. For Modern, of course. Like, Pyroblast is probably better than Aether Gust. But that's just, you know, that's Legacy. But yeah, it's probably one of the best. It's definitely one of the best color hosers printed in a really long time. The fact that it can answer stuff both on the stack and in play is just completely outrageous, right? Veil is better. Yes, but no at the same time. Yes, but no. Like, you cannot use Veil proactively. You can use Gust proactively. So Gust is a lot more flexible in what it does. Veil, you're kind of sitting there and you're just waiting for your opponent to cast a blue or black spell, and then you're like, I gotcha. And it is more powerful when it works. But that doesn't really take into account all the times that it doesn't work. Gust basically always works. Like, is the problematic stuff in play? Did your opponent resolve a Blood Moon? Gust it. Is the Blood Moon on the stack? Gust it. It doesn't matter. Is there a Lightning Bolt that's targeting you and it's gonna kill you? Gust it. So in that sense, Gust is a lot more flexible, and it gives you the option of being proactive with it, which Veil doesn't. Turn 1 Reclaimer, aka the nuts. Top decking a blue source will be amazing here, so we can actually protect ourselves from Ashiok with this negate. All right. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to protect ourselves from Ashiok, which sucks. Oh. Okay. So if we draw a Valakut, we're gonna be in great shape. If we draw a Dryad, I mean. Dryad is probably our best draw here. There's also that. Hey Sheep, how's it going? Things are going well here. Having some fun playing some Reclaimer AmuLIT. Sticks good stuff. Cards busted. Are they gonna path my Reclaimer? Oh no, that would have been awesome. Please path my Reclaimer, opponent. Why you know path my Reclaimer? Oh, give me that Dryad! I want the Dryad, opponent. Deck, I guess. Oh, I need that Dryad, man. Hook me up with that Dryad. Hook me up with that Dryad. So they can't cast Uro, but we have Bog, in case we need it. I think I'm gonna sack for Flagstones here. Huh. That's a very interesting draw. Oh, we have to main phase this. Damn it. Alright. Hopefully I didn't naturally draw their batter skull. Alright, that's cool. Oh, I shouldn't have played that. That would have been an untapped source. Tight game over here. We're gonna get Bojuka Ball. We're gonna exile my opponent's graveyard. The amount of work this Reclaimer has done is kind of ridiculous. One, two, three, four, five, six. Sort of 1 mana short. I mean, I have to, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably gonna get gusted here. Steady go. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think it's gonna be good enough, however. We're gonna get gusted here. Put it on top. And I imagine that this is gonna get passed here. The good thing is that by forcing the gust, we are actually denying my opponent to attack us with the sword for one more turn. Not saying they need to ban gust, but yeah. Only 10-minute lead? Yeah, over 10 minutes. My opponent has been playing ridiculously slow. One, two, three, four. Do you have to fetch here? Do I have to go get it? The question is, do I shuffle the Titan? Or that's my... The problem is that if my opponent does have a gust, we basically get time. I think I'm actually going to shuffle here. And we're actually going to be on the Sombo plan. Because by shuffling here, we play around my opponent having another Aether Gust, and now I can play my field. And we start... That's the worst possible draw. Shit. Yeah, racing is going to be really, really tough because of the batter skull. So I think we actually have to clear the chase here. Brainstorming a lot though. Brainstorming a lot. We do have access to this semi-growth chamber. That's a field. That fucking sucks. We also drew our very last basic. That was far and away the worst possible draw. Literally the worst card that we could have drawn. Oh, I could have negated the Battle Skull. I was... I am not focusing. I am not focusing. Ah, shit. Alright, let's draw a Force of Negation here. A Force of Vigor. How about a blank instead? Good, glad you asked. What is this nonsense of me making mistakes and getting punished? I don't like it. No, this is game 3. Why not negate the Battle Skull? Because I was talking about something else and I wasn't really thinking about what was going on in the game. It was just 100% a Gruul punt. Asking an opponent for a do-over, yeah. Shit. The good thing is my opponent's not gonna think that I have negate, right? So if we draw a Force or a Rex Sage. Yeah, I think if we negate the Battle Skull, my opponent doesn't seem to have much else going on, so I think that if I had been paying attention and I had negated the Battle Skull, we would have been able to win this game. Because like my opponent would have been like attacking, but we would have been able to race very effectively. That was a huge mistake. God damn it. God damn it.
I've made a huge mistake.
Brutal. And we should have won this game with my opponent being 11 minutes behind me on clock. We should have so won this game. It's irritating. That's very, very annoying. Should have been able to win this game easily. Yeah, we just died. Because even when they tapped out, when they tapped low, they tapped pretty low, and I guess maybe they had enough to force me. But I love how they are still like making nonsense plays that don't really matter because I'm just Dobbs. Alright. I played a little bit poorly towards the end. And I was punished. But I also did top deck like shit. We top decked the worst possible draw multiple times that match. Losing on purpose so now I can see the 5-0 fire of this deck. Shh. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody that Reclaimer is the truth. All jokes aside, I am pretty impressed by this card. All jokes aside, I'm pretty impressed by this card, and I think that Like, I am not so... How can I say it? I'm not so sure that this list is strictly worse than normal AmuLIT. Like, the more that I play with this card, the more that I play with this list, the more that I think that this might be more real than people think it is. Sound is a little bit too awkward. I'm gonna ship it. Sound is a lot better, so we're gonna keep it. So buy up the foils, got it. Yeah, exactly. I think I'm gonna bottom the summoners back there. Tech Wizard AVP, thank you for the follow. Turn 1 Reclaimer. Gasps in awe. Gasps in awe. How do I get in Modern if I only know half of the cards being in the meta? You watch my stream and you get familiarized with all the cards that you don't know. I'm not even kidding, like, that's what you should do. I'm not even kidding, that's legit advice. Even though it sounded pretty trolly, but that was like legit advice. Okay, missed land drop, good for us. No, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get Cavern here. Cavern of Souls, we're gonna name Juan. Play Azusa. Nice Remand. And actually, even now that my opponent showed me the Remand, I guess that we can do this. Yep, we can do that. Awesome. Just gonna bounce the Cavern so we can reset it next turn. Play some kind of linear deck might be the option too. Yeah, but I mean, you can play a linear deck and you still need to know what you need to play around, right? It's not that you just play a linear deck and it's just like, oh yeah, sweet. Like now, things are easy now. That's just not how Magic works. It's gonna get field here. Name Giant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I want to just tap everything and leave the semi-growth and tap. How's this league going? Pretty well. We're 3-1. We lost to me talking to chat and just forgetting to play the game. Against Stoneblade. So they can cryptic tap here. Sounds good. Yep, I'm gonna Titan you again, my friend. Why didn't they just tap? They could have tapped. Does this play 4? Yeah, 4 flagstones. You can check out the list here. Against Blade, similar to what you played before? Yes, yeah, I did. Similar to that, yeah. I don't to lose and look bad because I'm pretty high on arena ladder, but I see that other formats and MTGO itself take much more skill and you can get real edge there based on your place. Yeah, Tech Wizard, yeah, for sure, for sure. It's definitely a different animal. That's why I don't enjoy... that's why I basically don't enjoy arena, and I enjoy playing this instead. It's just different. It's different Magic. The formats look a lot different, and they play out a lot different. Like what matters is different in what matters is different in both platforms, etc. Yes, please and thank you. Inkwell Leviathan just won this matchup for me. Inkwell Leviathan. Now that's a card. May or may not be considering buying foils. Yeah. I mean, the deck is just awesome, honestly, so... So what I'm leading on, I am basically 100% going to be leading on Reclaimer, mostly because it is it is summoning sick. So as long as there's no Ashiok here, I think we're gonna be in fine shape. But if there's an Ashiok here, we're gonna be in trouble. And it looks like there's an Ashiok. Fuck. Yeah. Why are you minusing? Oh! Oh! This is so irritating. This is so irritating. Okay, maybe I can find the red source and I can actually tick the Ashiok down to... Yes! Yes! Get punished, opponent! Well, I guess that we can't actually do anything here. We're 1 minute short. Damn it. Ah, so close! 1 mana short of punishing my opponent for their terrible plays. Also, they play Uro in their deck and they are minusing on me. Like, what the fuck? Why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? Please explain to me. I guess I want to continue developing my land drops. So now we're closer to field. Hey, Nashville, how's it going? Snick. Not even death touching. Why Wilt and now return to nature? Because you can cycle Wilt if you need to. Teferi. In before they attack with Ice Fang. I'm feeling an attack with this Ice Fang, chat. I'm feeling an attack with that Ice Fang. Oh no, okay. Figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I don't want to show them the red source until I have to, basically. As far as the blue players, that there are not a lot of win conditions, the deck, so I guess worth trying to exile some. Yeah, that's just, it's just the wrong way to analyze it, right? So we float, haste this. You like right now, my opponent, if they hadn't minused for no reason, my opponent's Sashok would be at 3, meaning that they would not need to like waste a path or something here, or like they could just block this the big zombie and the Ashok would still be alive. All of this would be very good situations for my opponent to be in. And Atticus LOL, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, Atticus. Appreciate being here. And hope that you are enjoying the stream. What was the audio from the sub notification? What band? My band from back in the day. You can find it right there. Oh, here comes Pseudo. I mean, if we top deck a Titan, never mind. They found the land, so they probably have Gust now. I mean, 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna run into this Gust face first, but we just have to jam. Here's my Titan. Show me your Aether Gust. Fuck, man. I hate this card so much. I fucking hate that card. Yeah, we just can't do anything. We just have to wait. We have to triple block the Udo, hope that it works. We're just... I don't think we're winning this game. If my opponent has a reasonable hand. Fuck. So I'm just gonna cast this Primeval Titan, and if my opponent does have an answer, I'm just gonna concede. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I tapped wrong, but I'm pretty certain that they have an answer to this. All right. Sand is too slow. Doesn't really do much. Sand has potential. Gonna bottom the engineered explosives. So they basically can destroy AmuLIT and you lost all your win conditions. This is not a win condition. In fact, very often this card just doesn't do anything. Giant here. That's the turn. I think it's fair to say that you win more games. I guess that it's more correct to say that you win about the same amount of games where you resolve this card than when you don't. You win a roughly similar amount of games. I could have backed it for maybe something like Tracker. I'm probably going to be doing that here because my opponent totally has the Ashiok. Fuck! 1 mana off of being able to... And they keep on making the same mistake. This is ridiculous. AmuLIT is a good distraction to your real threats. I mean, if your opponent knows what's going on, AmuLIT is not even a distraction. But some opponents just don't really understand how the deck works, so you do get a reasonable amount of value in those matchups. But in reality, you shouldn't. So my opponent had 4 mana there and they didn't do anything. Oh, now they figure out that they needed to mill themselves, which was the correct play all along. By the way, that was actually the correct play all along. I think we might be in okay shape here though. I've been playing a Legacy lately. We played Legacy yesterday. It was pretty good. I've been playing Espervile lately, Max. Alright, so that is fucked up. That right there is fucked up. So now that we know that they're drawing a Gust, and we're drawing a blank, which is bad for us. Can't even attack. I fucking hate this, man. I really hate this. I mean, I have to let this go. Like we can just lose to a cryptic command if I counter that. But now they have Udo going. Take 6 down to 6 here. Because I need both the zombie and the tracker to be alive. Sure. It's kind of weird. I think I'm backed in the euro. What a fucked up card. What a really, really fucked up card. Do we have outs anymore? I don't think I have outs anymore. I just don't have outs anymore. That is really frustrating games. That's some really frustrating games. Started with the 3-0, then got paired against 2 green decks and got completely destroyed. One of them was my own fault. I can't really blame anybody but myself there. And the second one, just like my opponent making not very good plays, but it didn't matter because, you know, those cards are just absolutely broken. Elder Giant being the Giant deck. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, you know, like they just... Yeah, they really fucked up. Like this is the card that they should have banned, in my opinion. They should have left Astral be, like, whatever, and they should have banned this card instead. I think that was the big mistake. Anyway, we're gonna play another league with this. I don't know if I'm gonna be making any changes. Like, I could try to make changes, but like, I just cannot beat Aether Gust. there's nothing I can do to beat that stupid card. And the card is like so overpowered and so like ridiculously good against us specifically that it just like my opponent can just make bad plays turn after turn. It just doesn't really matter. I think I would like to make room for a second Field of the Dead in the main deck. However, I don't know how much that's gonna help, but this excavator could also be something else, I think. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for checking out the video. Hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna be playing on the league, so don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.